Hey, what's up, everybody? I just want to do a quick test real quick so that way I know whether or not this is working because I know sometimes the audio cuts out in the beginning. So let me just wait for this to pop up. The audio cuts out in the beginning. All right. So let me just wait for this to pop up. There you go. Now, typically the reason I do this is because the reason I basically do this is because sometimes if I don't check, then the audio is all wonky in the beginning. So I have a feeling that's going to happen one day, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm here to give you guys 3 more live reactions. I'm considering doing one more or just probably saving it for tomorrow. But I'm obviously kind of waiting and seeing because I'm wondering if this is a show I should just watch. I think I'll just do 3 more. I'm going to do these 3 episodes of NXT and then obviously the WrestleMania video, but I'm just going to watch that tomorrow because it's really not worth doing like an actual live reactions for. So anyhow, let's get right into this. So basically now I'm going to do my live reactions for WWE NXT for March 31st. Sorry. I am botching all over the place. I've done 2 live reactions so far. Actually, 3 in a row, actually, because I did 205 live. Let me say that again. I'm here to give you guys my WWE NXT live reactions for March 21st, 2018. I don't know if I wrote 21st in the title or not, but we'll have to wait and find out. Basically, the reason why I haven't been doing the NXT live reactions lately is because I just been really busy with school lately, and I was supposed to have done this with some friends from school, but we never got around to doing it because we always had something else to do that day, or I had homework and stuff. So we never got around to doing the NXT live reactions. So I'm here to give you guys the NXT live reactions now. I'm going to do 3 of these in a row. So let's just get right into this. So the first one is from March 21st, 2018. I don't really remember what was announced for this show ahead of time, just because it had been a while since I've, watched NXT. So, yeah, so I'm just going to kind of watch it. And I know the storylines and stuff. I just don't remember what was announced ahead of time for this show specifically because I didn't preview it ahead of time. But I did do there is a couple of WWE.com exclusive videos that I can do a live reaction to, so I want to do that now. The first one is called Tyler Bate Learns He Is Not Medically Cleared for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I obviously have to let this advertisement play first, because this. So right now you can see he's being checked by the medical companies. You can see he's being also checked on by his tag team partner Trent Seven.
Tyler, our cameras caught you in a conversation with WWE's medical staff.
And he's being interviewed by...
We're happy with that conversation. So what exactly happened with WWE?
And he's being interviewed by Kathy Kelly.
WWE's medical staff. Didn't look like you were happy with that conversation. So what exactly happened?
Well, so recently I've tweaked my knee. And I thought I could rest up, but unfortunately it hasn't got better. And as you saw, I had a conversation with WWE's medical team. And they've advised me to stay out for 2 weeks, and my match for the Dusty Rhodes Classic is next week. So unfortunately, Mustache Mountain has to withdraw from the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Obviously, upsetting news, but we wish you the best with your recovery.
So obviously, I want to take some time to talk about this before the video ends. So this sucks because I really wanted to see that match between Mustache Mountain and Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch. I thought that would have been a fantastic match, and you really wouldn't know who was going to win, but obviously injuries happen, so that stuff's going to happen, but all you can really do is just move on from it. But what was going to happen now? What tag team was going to take Mustache Mountain's place in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic? Well, we found out the answer a few days afterwards. And this next one is called Roderick Strong asks William Regal to put him in the Dusty Rhodes with these advertisements first.
Mr. Regal, it is Roderick Strong here. And I saw the video. I saw that Tyler Bates is injured and Mustache Mountain is no longer competing in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Now listen, Mr. Regal, I've been a model superstar for NXT, for the WWE. I've done whatever you've asked me to do. So I need a big favor. That favor is let me find a partner and let me compete in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Mr. Regal, please, please let me do this.
So obviously then, I remember reading through WWE.com a little bit later. Dinglin, my Dinglin is here. He says, hi. What is, by the way, I know you're supposed to be like 8 years old, which I'm still questioning whether or not you really are 8 years old, or you're just trolling me here. Your YouTube name is a dirty name, basically. I'm not really going to explain what it is because I don't know what your age is, and I don't want to be the person telling you, but you need to get a new YouTube name because I'm not going to continuously say that. That's what makes me think your YouTube channel is a troll, because no 8-year-old would come up with something like that. But anyhow, I digress. Basically, we found out that William Regal granted Roderick Strong's request. So now Roderick Strong has to find a tag team partner. It's going to be a mystery tag team partner. We're going to go up and face Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch in a tag team match. I still think that could be Dinglin my Dinglin says it's Big Do. I don't know what that means. But anyhow, so we're gonna find out. So I think that match could be really good depending on who Roderick Strong's partner is. And when that match happens, I'll put the prediction about who wins. And obviously, obviously who's Roderick Strong's tag team partner is going to be. But yeah, let's get right into this. Now, I just want to ask everybody in the chat, try not to leave so many comments because I want to watch because the point of these live reactions are for me to live react, not read your comments. So please make sure you guys just don't leave as many comments. Try to do it more so when it's commercial break. I know it's tougher to do it for NXT because it's only like 2 commercials, but just saying. Dinglin my Dinglin wants to know if I have Jordans. I don't know the first thing about shoes, so I wouldn't know. But let's also read the information thing for NXT. It says NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon returns to in-ring competition against Aaliyah. I expect that to be a basic match since Aaliyah's a basic wrestler. And round 1 of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic continues, even though I think this is the last match of the tournament, so it pretty much is over.
You ever had a Snickers almond?
And I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit because I hear people have been getting copyright strikes from NXT live reactions lately because of the theme song for the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. So I'm going to turn the volume down.
Everything about almonds. My girlfriend's got almond hand soap.
So I'm just going to turn it down. All right, Dinglin, my Dinglin's clearly a troll. How do I hide user from channel? There you go. And it's showing that WWE here now, then now, forever thin, where it tries to say it was always WWE. That was always the name of it, but we know that's clearly not the case. And I still love the NXT intro video and the theme song for NXT. Oh, resistance.
Spring has sprung, and the superstars representing sports entertainment's hottest brand are ready as always to spring into action.
It still shows how over Johnny Gargano is due to all the Gargano signs. But NXT is now back in Full Sail University. It's home, basically. We also have some matches announced for tonight. We have Adam Cole facing Cassius Ohno. I expect that to be actually a really good... Well, actually, it depends on how Cassius Ohno looks, because I know sometimes he doesn't always look the best. Ooh, there's Tommaso Ciampa. Going to be interesting to see what he does after the hellacious actions he's been pulling against Johnny Gargano since he's returned. Obviously, at NXT TakeOver Chicago, Johnny Gargano, he ended up turning on Johnny Gargano after the ladder match against the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And then he basically explained that he didn't want to be replaced by anybody when he hurt his knee, so that's why he turned on him. And then he attacked Johnny Gargano after his NXT Championship match against Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And then at the end of February, he screwed Gargano and forced him to have to leave NXT. And lately, he's just been, like, he's been basically an absolute psychopath. You know, basically, he's just been coming out, smashing people's signs, ripping them right in front of their faces. And it's been great. He hasn't said a word. This is a great character. I love him. And it just shows how, look how over Gargano is. And he gets legitimate heel heat. Everybody legitimately hates this guy. Ooh. Is he gonna? He may not say a word again, and I would love it. No, so. It does suck that he's not like unanimously hated though, because there's a couple of those smart asses that still root for him. Because it would work so much better if everybody just hated him. But I am happy. But yeah,
He's gone! Gone! Newsflash! He's not walking down that damn aisle! He's gone!
look at this. He's just relishing in this hatred. Everybody absolutely hates this guy. He might be the best heel of 2017. Ooh, everyone's rubbing the sign on their faces. He just took the sign from somebody. Oh, he just ripped it. Oh, and he wiped his ass with it. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, he just took a sign from. Oh my gosh. He just ripped that sign right in front of that woman. That woman looked like she's about to cry. What a heel. And look at the. Oh my gosh, that woman's trying to own him. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. It's Gargano. Gargano. It's Johnny Gargano. He's not supposed to be here.
Wait a second.
Obviously, we knew this was going to come eventually.
A stipulation is a stipulation.
So he wasn't supposed to be here. He's supposed to be gone from NXT. This is great. This has got to be like one of the best feud going on in WWE. This was great. This is probably one of the best storylines they did this year. Like, they really played up on the Gargano leaving NXT thing. They took him off the NXT intro. They like had him sign his papers on like the WWE YouTube channel. And, you know, obviously they've just been really playing up on this. This is how you really do a storyline. They even had him like say goodbye in like a live event in Cleveland. And have him he even like sent out a tweet on Twitter. That was awesome. This was a massive up. This was a great way to start NXT.
Try to restore some order here at the Full Sail Arena. We want to bring you up.
So obviously we can hear that Percy watching Nigel McGuinness and Mauro Ranallo on commentary for this show. We have the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic coming up.
Hey, thanks, guys. What's up, WWE Universe? Charlie Crusoe here in the Control Center to break down all the news and all the notes from the 2018 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And this year,
Charlie Caruso on the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
The Dusty Cup, but also a guaranteed tag team title match at TakeOver New Orleans. And it's been an incredible first round of action.
So as she goes through the tournament, I will myself.
For the Authors of Pain, who look to take home the Dusty Cup for the second year in a row. We'll see how Paul Ellering's Instruments of Destruction do.
Obviously, the Authors of Pain defeated TM61 in the first round. Eric Young and Alexander Wolf defeated Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss in the first round as well.
And it would be no different against the former NXT Tag Team Champions, as Sanity took advantage of every miscommunication on their way to victory and the semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. But who would challenge the Authors of Pain in the next round of the tournament? The teams of Heavy Machinery and the Street Profits.
And then we had Street Profits defeat Heavy Machinery in the first round.
That not only highlighted the popularity of both teams, but also the intense physicality of every athlete involved. But it was the quick thinking of Montez Ford that would lead to the downfall of Heavy Machinery. And with one massive frog splash, the Street Profits move forward to the semifinals of the Dusty Classic and a potential golden opportunity at TakeOver New Orleans for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Well, as the tournament unfolds, it's inevitable to see some changes along the way, and this year is proving to be no exception. Unfortunately for the UK's Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, they received some untimely news this past week from the NXT medical staff. Our Kathy Kelly caught up with Tyler Bate to find out what this is going to mean for Tyler Bate moving forward in the Dusty Classic.
Tyler, our cameras caught you in a conversation with WWE.
So obviously, basically, they're just kind of
Didn't look
recapping
like you were happy with that
everything they went
conversation, so
over
what
in
exactly
the
happened?
that I just did a live reaction to earlier in this video. So we still know that Tyler Bate can't wrestle and Roderick Strong's going to take his place.
So unfortunately, Mustache Mountain has to withdraw from the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Obviously upsetting news, but we wish you the best with your recovery.
With Mustache Mountain having to withdraw due to injury, the NXT universe was buzzing about which team would step up to challenge.
So then later on tonight, we're going to have Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan versus a mystery tag team in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic first round match.
Superstar took to social media to plead his case to General Manager William Regal for entry into the tournament.
Mr. Regal, it is Roderick Strong here. And I saw the video. I saw that Tyler Bate is injured and Mustache Mountain is no longer competing in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Now listen, Mr. Regal. I've been a model superstar for NXT, for the WWE. I've done whatever you've asked me to do. So I need a big favor. That favor is let me find a partner and let me compete in the Dusty Rhodes Classic. Mr. Regal, please, please let me do this.
Ask and you shall receive. The Messiah of the Backbreaker has been granted a last-minute spot in this year's Dusty Classic. But
so now later on tonight, it's going to be Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Roderick Strong and a mystery partner in the coming up next actually. They said coming up next in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic first round match.
Don't go anywhere because that match is next, right here on NXT.
I had to make sure to turn that down. I hope that doesn't cause the video to get removed.
What has already been a wild edition of NXT TV. But before we move on, we want to make sure we send a huge thank you to the band King Hill for their song Lord of Flies, one of the official themes for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. It's off their album Too Far Gone, available now on iTunes and Spotify. Well, the Twitter war of words between Adam Cole and Cassius Ohno certainly went too far to avoid conflict here tonight. This past week, Cole, the undisputed era.
So now there's been some stuff going down between Adam Cole, they said, and Cassius Ohno on Twitter. Adam Cole just recently said on Twitter, whose Twitter handle is @AdamColePro, I'm an uncrowned champion and at WWE NXT, and there is nothing more tragic than that.
Well, not one to back away from confrontation. NXT's resident knockout artist Cassius Ohno replied that Cole was looking to get.
And then Cassius Ohno, whose his Twitter name is Cassius, and then in parentheses it's Cash Us with a K, so that's weird. And his Twitter handle is @Cassius Ohno, and he says if you're looking to get crowned, I have an elbow or a boot that'll do the trick, baby. So I can't see because of the webcam.
The match is official. It will go down later tonight. But earlier today, our cameras caught up with Adam Cole and the rest of the Undisputed Era as they waxed poetic on the current landscape of NXT. Yo, fellas, hey, did you hear about this nonsense?
This Undisputed Era.
Did you hear how he decided to add Roderick Strong, of all people, Roderick Strong, to the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic?
Come on. I just want to be like, Earth to Regal, Roddy doesn't belong anywhere near the Dusty Classic. He's not even a tag team guy. He's not. And he's a loser. That's right. And who's going to tag with him? I mean, Regal could sign up for it himself. To be honest, guys, it doesn't matter. Winning the Dusty Classic this year does little more for you than sign you up for the next team to get beat by the baddest team on this planet.
Hey, Bobby, speaking of stuff that doesn't matter, tonight in the main event, I go one-on-one with Cassius. Oh, no. I mean, you guys talk about a walk in the park. Talk about a night off. As a matter of fact, fellas, I am so confident that I'm going to make short, easy work of Cassius that I prefer to all stay in the back. Really? Yeah, observe me do what I do from the locker room. Don't mind. Because trust me, it's going to be great. Because boys and girls, ladies and gents, just remember, that is undisputed.
That was a good promo up.
Adam Cole stepping up.
All right, but now let's get to the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic first round match. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Roderick Strong and a mystery partner. Now let me say who I think is going to be his partner and then who I think is going to win this match. So as for who could be Roderick Strong's partner, you do have some options that could be his partner. But the only person I could really see being his partner is probably Pete Dunne, because they've lately been doing a storyline where Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong have been kind of feuding, but you could kind of see where there's that respect factor with each other after what they did on the previous episode of NXT when they took out Undisputed Era after Pete Dunne's United Kingdom Championship match against Adam Cole. So I think it's going to be Pete Dunne, and I think that Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne are going to win the not win the Classic, but probably win the whole tournament.
They beat the hell out of each other before forming a team.
You know, obviously Roderick Strong, this is a huge moment for him to gain some momentum back. He just recently went on 205 Live and wrestled in the Cruiserweight, in the vacant Cruiserweight Championship tournament. Defeated in the first round Hideo Itami. Then in the second round, he defeated Kalisto, and he had a great match with Cedric Alexander and nearly defeated him. So definitely going to be interesting to see where how Roderick Strong bounces back from that, though. This is a huge chance for him to still make it, not necessarily at WrestleMania, but at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, if he can win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic against his mystery tag team partner. I do like that Roderick Strong. Ooh. It is Pete Dunne. That's pretty cool. Obviously, I'm not really reacting big to it because I expected this would happen, but still.
He is the WWE United Kingdom Champion, the Cruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
I talked about Lorcan and Burch beating the hell out of each other before forming the team. Well, Strong and Dunne battled each other tooth and nail for the WWE.
You know, obviously, Pete Dunne has a history with Danny Burch. He defeated him in a matchup in NXT. I guess that's really the only history I ever saw on. So. But, you know, obviously, this is actually going to be a very good match here. You have Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. I still love the fact that they made them a tag team. You know, obviously, they started off as opponents in the summer of 2017, where they both exchanged victories over each other. And then they decided to just become a tag team. They started training together in the Performance Center. So, you know, definitely going to be interesting there. And then basically the same thing with Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. After Pete Dunne retained his United Kingdom Championship against Strong, he basically, so yeah, Roderick Strong and Oni Lorcan are starting off this matchup. But yeah, basically, I think Roderick Strong's wanted another opportunity at the United Kingdom Championship.
Haven't been a tag team long, but they have been in there with some of the top tier tag teams and
nice chain wrestling going on between Roderick Strong and Oni Lorcan.
Very promising combination. You almost say that perhaps one big win away from title contention. Strong put the pressure on earlier. Facing a guy like Oni Lorcan is Roderick Strong. Side wrist lock.
Come on, don't do it during this match, please. The network's actually been better on here, so I don't know why it's doing it now.
Burch has that great technical background. Anyone trained in the United Kingdom has it.
You know, obviously, Danny Burch did really well. Had like his breakout time in the in the United Kingdom Championship tournament when he just barely defeated, I forget his name, but I can't think of it at the moment, but you know, obviously Pete Dunne is also basically any match that Pete Dunne has, yeah, basically any match he has, your eyes are glued on the screen to it. You just want to continue watching it. Pete Dunne really broke out in the United Kingdom Championship tournament. Defeated a lot of superstars like stop. Oh, he just tripped him right in the midair. Oh, going for crossface, going for crossface. Oh, and Roderick Strong's not having that.
This Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic matchup is just heating up. We need ourselves a new cruiserweight champion.
Obviously, it's advertised in 205 Live because this is like 3 weeks old. Because I think the tournament was still going on when this episode aired, but I'm not exactly sure. Which isn't that long ago, but still. But yeah, Pete Dunne. Then after that, he nearly won the United Kingdom Championship. It was the first ever champion, but he just came up short against Tyler Bate in the finals. And then obviously he had some great matches though. He had some really good matches with Sam Gradwell and Mark Andrews. Then he had a really good match against Mark Andrews on an episode of NXT in like his first real WWE match, you could say. And then Pete Dunne then went on at NXT on the United Kingdom Championship special to defeat Sam Gradwell, and then he defeated Trent Seven on the actual special itself to become the #1 contender to Tyler Bates' United Kingdom Championship. And then Pete Dunne retained, ended up defeating Tyler Bates at NXT TakeOver Chicago. All right, NXT's back, and right now Pete Dunne is dominating Danny Burch with a. I think Pete Dunne's just bending Danny Burch's fingers back. Who's got him like in a winter satin. It goes for cover.
This is the final quarterfinal match.
Oh my gosh! He just slapped him right in the fucking face. So obviously, I don't. If everyone wants to know who the faces in this match are and who the heels in this match are, nice backbreaker. Goes for cover. No. I would say that both faces are just competing in a match to determine the #1, to determine who's going to advance in the tournament, to determine the #1 contenders for the United Kingdom Championship tournament. Oh, that was a nice move. But yeah, Pete Dunne though also. Oh my gosh, what a double chop!
Close, and of course you got to remember the degree that Roderick Strong put out.
It's actually a pretty good match so far.
Here in NXT.
Yeah, but as I was talking about though, after Pete Dunne defeated Tyler Bate at NXT TakeOver Chicago for the United Kingdom Championship, they ended up. Nice chop again.
Lights up Burch with a knife edge chop, then runs into the boot of Burch.
Oh, nice missile drop kick.
Drop kick from the turnbuckle by Danny Burch. Big Burch took something out of himself with that big missile drop kick too.
And Tony Lorcan's got the hot. Oh my gosh! Somewhat of a hot tag on Roderick Strong. They just
Double boot to the sternum by Lorcan.
Oh, nice drop kick.
And a single leg drop kick by Lorcan.
What an uppercut.
Hooks the leg.
No.
Strong kicks out.
Oh, nice clothesline.
Lorcan just leveled Strong with that running lariat for a 2. Look how quick he follows.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster to the spear back press. Strong is never a 2, and he kicks out. Wow. Lorcan knows what's on the line here. He knows the prestige of this tournament. Gotta keep it up. Keep it pedal down. Dusty Rhodes, the man whose name graces this tournament. Achieved everything you could in sports entertainment.
Went for a double suplex. Oh, Lorcan. Oh, it's a gooey.
The tag was made by Pete Dunne, WWE UK champion from the second time.
Oh, he just stopped right on his hand, right off the second turnbuckle. Oh, X-Plex.
Cover.
Oh, Morgan broke it up.
Break up that pinfall attempt.
Oh, see you later, only Morgan. Oh, drop. Oh, what for a drop kick? Uppercut on the outside.
And eats a European uppercut. Explosive European uppercut.
Oh,
Morgan.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at the. Oh my fucking god. Look at the. Oh, headbutt.
Now Burke standing, United Kingdom champion. He's down. He's hurt. Could be it.
Oh, German suplex.
By Burke.
Oh,
half
and half suplex to Strawn right on the Dunne. This is over right here. No, it's not. Oh, crossface by Birch on Dunne. Oh, Morgan half Foster Crab to Strawn.
Homage to his trainer. Run Storm. Could this be a double tap?
Oh, broke it up. He just kicked. Strawn just kicked Morgan right into Birch.
Participants in this final first round matchup in the 2018 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Now this breaking down could go either way. It's been as hard hitting as advertised as.
Oh, it's a gooey.
Right hand, then the enziguri
Oh.
Dunne.
Oh, explosive suplex.
By Danny Burke. Look what he did. He changed his direction to throw him into his opponent's corner. That's significant. That's a mistake.
Oh, Strawn tags himself in.
And the tag was made. Roderick Strong, the legal man.
Oh, backbreaker. Oh, end of heartache on Butch. Dunne's holding Morgan back.
Wow.
That was a great match. I'm going to give that a really good match. I'm going to give that 3 3/4. That was an awesome match. I don't know if that was that. I've seen like a lot of 205 lives that have been really good too. So I don't know if this was, but this is, yeah, that was great. I think Dunne's a face now too, because it seems like he kind of turned face. You can kind of see he's starting to act a little bit more babyfacious when his professional wrestling matches.
Very well. Let's take a look
So I don't know.
Match went down. Look at this, trying for that drop on the outside. Wow! European upcut, got all of it. As the match would continue. Handing into his partner, backbreaker. Look how quickly Strong follows up though with the end of Partey. Deep pull attempt, 2 and 3. And just like that, the makeshift team of Pete Dunne and what.
That's going to be a team to be forced to reckon with in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics.
You know, the respect continues to be built between these two NXT superstars. Strong and Dunne now punch their ticket.
So now Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne are going to advance to face Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. I can't wait to see that match. And then obviously now, and then the other match, the Authors of Pain are going to face Street Profits. I'm looking forward to that match overall. But still to come on this show, we have Adam Cole versus Cassius Ohno.
Adam Cole now needs to back up his words against Cassius Ohno later tonight in our main event.
But coming up, NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon has to try her best to focus.
And then coming up next, we're going to have a match between Ember Moon and Aaliyah. Got so much interest in seeing that match, it's not even funny. Because it's not funny, because I'm not interested.
And the bright spotlight is on this guy.
The future of life has arrived.
One of the highest of flyers in sports entertainment. Ricochet is in NXT. Wow, one of the most exciting high flyers in the world.
I did hear a lot of good things about Ricochet, but I obviously can't really say if he's really a good wrestler because I haven't personally seen him wrestle myself, so I'll have to kind of wait until I see him. All right, but now we got Aaliyah versus Ember Moon, and I think Ember Moon's clearly going to win this match. She's the NXT Women's Champion, and Aaliyah's like never on TV, so why would Ember Moon do? So it doesn't make any sense, so Ember Moon's going to win this match.
Record the upset here and prove that she is worthy of an opportunity to vie for the NXT Women's Championship. She takes on the woman at the top, Ember Moon, in this one-on-one matchup.
Well, I was talking to Aaliyah earlier today, and she realized that she feels like she's capable of doing so, but she's going to take it one match at a time, and she's going to do it for 6.
You know, obviously, Ember Moon has a lot of history in NXT. Came in NXT, debuted in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2, defeated Billie Kay in a debut match, and then obviously kind of continued to rise up the ranks, defeated Enhancement Talent after Enhancement Talent. I think she teamed up with like Liv Morgan and Aaliyah actually to defeat the iconic duo and Sonya Deville. I don't know if she was Sonya Deville then. I know she had like a different name before, but whatever. And then at NXT TakeOver Orlando, she had her first chance to try to take the NXT Women's Championship against Asuka. She lost. And then at NXT TakeOver, she was supposed to get the chance at NXT TakeOver Chicago in a 4-way match that also would have included Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott, but that didn't happen because she was hurt. And then, so it was just ended up being a triple threat. Then she came back, defeated Ruby Riott in a match, and then failed again in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 to take the Women's Championship from Asuka, which I still don't get why that happened. I get they wanted to keep the streak, but Ember Moon should have beaten the streak. She should have been the one. She still could be the one, but we'll have to wait and see. And then the next, and then at NXT TakeOver War Games, Ember Moon won a fatal 4-way match, including Kairi Sane, Peyton Royce, and Nikki Cross to finally win their vacant NXT Women's Championship. And then at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, she retained it against Shayna Baszler, who really isn't all that good.
Good agility from Moon. Aaliyah has great agility as well. She actually took circus skills as a class at university.
That's interesting.
Yep, apparently. Aaliyah with a handful of hair driving the check into the canvas. Aaliyah goes for the cover, but just gets a 1 count. Oh.
And there's Shayna Baszler.
Why does this not surprise me between us? Well, this surprised me that you're doing. Shayna Baszler making her way to our broadcast location. All right.
I wonder what Shayna. Oh yeah, I forgot. I just remembered. Because it's been a while since I've watched NXT. Ember Moon's defending the NXT Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. I'm not interested in that match at all. They've completely messed up on Shayna Baszler. It's too early for her to be in WWE. She's just really not all that good. Her matches in the Mae Young Classic weren't too bad, I guess. I think the best match she had was against Candice LeRae, where she was choked out, but her other matches really weren't anything to laugh at. And then a match against Kairi Sane in the finals wasn't all that spectacular. And then obviously, NXT, yeah, she's just not really all that good. That's not for the one. Well, that was a nice move.
Zane, I got a quick question for you. With all due respect, why do you feel like you can just do whatever you want in the women's division?
Well, who can stop me? Who has stopped me? Nobody's been able to. I welcome them to try.
The power of Ember Moon on display, catching Aaliyah.
And anytime in the match when you're in there with the champion Ember Moon, the tides have turned.
Ember Moon, well aware that Shayna Baszler has joined us here at the broadcast location.
Nice Backflip.
Oh, here she
elbow
goes. Here
into
she
the
goes.
corner.
The eclipse. Here's the thing. Even when Ember hits me with the eclipse or an even weirder move, it doesn't
She gonna hit
matter.
the eclipse?
Everybody knows.
Yes. Well, that was a nice eclipse.
Ember Moon just hit the eclipse on Aaliyah, and Ember Moon just vanquished Aaliyah.
Ember and everybody else in this division.
2 stars.
is completely
Really wasn't
helpless.
anything special.
Hell no.
This was basically just there to put over Ember Moon.
She rolled out of the ring last time.
This is a down. It really wasn't. I didn't find this all that entertaining. I don't really want to see this match. This is actually probably out of all the things I want to see at WrestleMania weekend. This might be the thing I'm least. No, actually, that's wrong. I don't think it's the thing I'm least looking forward to. But
Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler will attempt to put their differences behind them once and for all at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
But yeah, at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, Ember Moon's going to defend the NXT Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that go down. But I also want to know which team will have to take over as the winner of the Dusty Classic to challenge.
This is tonight.
And next week.
But on the next episode of NXT, we're going to have the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic semifinals. The Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain.
Also next week, Young and Wolf.
Oh, and then also next week, we're going to have Eric Young and Alexander Wolf versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic semifinals.
Come into play. That match, the ad hoc Strong and Dunne take on Sanity next week. Set for more singles action.
Ooh, we're going to have some more matches. Roman Mendoza's about to have a match. I don't know who he's wrestling, but we're going to find out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. Cordova here.
Oh, what the? That's almost. He just threw that. What the hell? He just threw that guy like a sack of shit.
You call yourself a champion? You gotta ambush somebody? I mean, what is that about?
Hey, when you're the champ, Percy, you can do what you want.
Is that the type of champion you respect, though? When this business is built on respect?
Not exactly tranquilo, is he?
You think you smart, Alistair? ¿Te crees muy duro? ¿Te crees superior? Este título significa respeto en NXT. Yo soy el campeón. Yo soy el ídolo. Tú tienes respeto a la muñeca. Tú tienes respeto. I carried you out. You piece. Pass me! Pass me! Pass me next week! I'm paying for you disrespect!
NXT champion almost calling out Aleister Black.
But look, I wanted the champ to run his mouth like
That was a good promo and stuff. I like that. That's an up. I like that. Makes Andrade Cien almost look like a strong champion.
Speaking of a guy who loves to run his mouth, the loquacious Adam Cole will attempt to.
And then coming up next, we're going to have Adam Cole versus Cassius Ohno.
When the knockout artist takes on the Undisputed Era's Rasputin next.
Where's this guy been?
Physical specimen, 6'3", 300 pounds. A Jack Kirby illustration comes to life. You guys absolutely freak. A one-man wrecking ball. Lars Sullivan. Oh my God. That is plain barbaric strength. This man is impressive. He is dangerous. He's not like anybody else in the world. You cannot help but marvel at the physical tools of the Leviathan logophile, Lars Sullivan. And there's the freak accident! An absolutely outrageous show of force. Lars is an abnormality of human genetics. Look at him. Walking destruction. Sullivan intoxicated by walking. Absolutely dominant, impressive, frightening. Who will stop Lars Sullivan?
Ooh, and he returns next week. I don't know where he's been, but he returns next week. I just had to make sure that it didn't.
The track is off their album Too Far Gone, which is available now on iTunes and Spotify. Speaking of going too far, after the heinous display by Andrade Cien Almas before the break, tensions seem to have reached an all-time high, heading into his much-anticipated title defense at TakeOver. This is a massive.
So at NXT TakeOver, though, we're going to have an NXT Championship match. NXT Champion Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black.
All come crashing down for Almas, the biggie. But before then, in reply to Almas, Almas's ominous challenge will be here at Full Sail University. What is a striking man from
Ooh, and on the next episode of NXT, Aleister Black is going to make an appearance.
Live next week.
Hello. Coming up next is your main event, where Cassius Ohno will face Adam Cole. Now, I'm still finalizing the details, but next week on this show, I will be making an announcement that will change the landscape of NXT forever.
Well, that's interesting.
Man, William Regal isn't a guy who likes to hyperbolize. Can't wait to hear what he has to say next week.
All right, now we got the main event. We got Adam Cole versus Cassius Ohno. Now, I'm going to say Adam Cole's going to win this match just because of the fact that, oh, I'm going to turn this down because I got people sleeping and I can't really hear myself. But yeah, I'm going to say Adam Cole's going to win this match because I think he's going to be more of a top star in NXT than Cassius Ohno will. I think Cassius Ohno is just mainly there right now to kind of put people over. To kind of be that veteran, which he really hasn't looked all that much like a veteran, but whatever.
We heard him earlier on, arguably taking Cassius a little lightly.
But overall, I've enjoyed Adam Cole's run in WWE so far. He came in at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. He wrestled, Fish and O'Reilly attacked Drew McIntyre after he just won the NXT Championship. I didn't get to do the chant because I was drinking my soda. But yeah, he came in at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I just talked about that. And also that same night, Undisputed Era attacked Sanity. Here comes Fat Ass Ohno. Then obviously, for the next few weeks, Undisputed Era would attack the likes of Sanity, Drew McIntyre, Mustache Mountain, and Wolfgang, and attempted to attack Pete Dunne. And then, and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly's first tag team match on NXT together. They defeated Mustache Mountain in a match, and then the next week, Adam Cole in his first singles match in NXT defeated Eric Young. And then this all led to the War Games match where Undisputed Era tried to recruit Roderick Strong, but they failed. And then it all led to that War Games match with Roderick Strong and the Authors of Pain versus the Undisputed Era versus Sanity. when Undisputed Era gained the victory when Adam Cole pinned Eric Young. And then Adam Cole got into that feud with Aleister Black, where he ended up losing to him in a Extreme Rules match at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. And now this is basically what Adam Cole's doing at the moment.
Looking to impose that size advantage on Adam Cole.
Obviously, Cassius Ohno really hasn't had the greatest one so far in NXT. I just think it kind of has to do with him and kind of the WWE itself, not really putting him in the big spots, but also he just really is out of shape. And I think he'll be best. He should be best suited for as like a trainer or something in NXT, not a wrestler, because he just doesn't really belong with these guys. But he's fat. But I mean, he's had a few pretty good matches in NXT. The matches I can think of would be against Aleister Black on an episode of NXT. His first match back when he wrestled Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. Oh, nice boot to the midsection. That was impressive. Oh, nice senton right there. And obviously another match I remember that Cassius Ohno held that I thought was pretty good was his match at NXT TakeOver War Games against Lars Sullivan.
Right into the chest of Adam Cole. All deceptively agile. So is Cassius Ohno. Ohno on the receiving end. It appears.
Ooh, I think he tweaked his knee.
Tweaked his knee.
I don't know if that's legit or not. I don't know if he's trying to be like a heel and pretend he's hurt, or I don't know if this is legit, because something like that could. I think he might have tweaked his knee right there.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Oh, nice. It's a girly. I think, did he just fake us? Did he get us?
You know what they say about karma, Percy? Adam Cole playing possum. Will he be able to defeat Cassius Ohno?
Obviously, then we have the WWEshot.com video. Now, obviously, this video means nothing to me because this is a 3 weeks old episode of NXT. I'm trying to think of other. I remember one good match I missed from Cassius Ohno. He had a really good one. This might be the best match he's had, actually, against Andrade Cien Almas on the go-home show of NXT before NXT TakeOver Chicago. I remember that was a really good match, actually. That was like when Andrade Cien Almas was still going through that phase when he was like the partier, and then Zelina Vega had to come out and kind of save him out of that, and now he's like the NXT champion. And whoever would have thought that in May of 2017, if I had asked you that Andrade Cien Almas was going to have a 5-star match, I would have told you you're nuts. I would have said the guy's a really good performer, but I don't think I would have looked at the guy and said the guy can have a 5-star match. Now NXT is back, and right now Adam Cole is dominating Cassius Ohno with some vicious stomps. Oh, nice back elbow to the face. Oh, nice pump kick. I'm trying to think of other matches, though, like Cassius. Oh, another one I remember was when they were doing those fatal 4-way #1 contenders matches to become the #1 contender to Andrade Cien Almas' NXT championship. He had the match against Johnny Gargano. Oh, nice neck breaker right there.
Another cover, back press, hook the leg, and Ono was able to power out.
Yeah, given what he said earlier tonight, he is doing it all by himself tonight. Convinced everyone, convinced me that he had a knee injury, and then Just like that, it was gone.
All trying to outsmart the bigger Cassius Ohno, not above, doing whatever it takes to get the upper hand.
Chin lock there, but he had it across the face and across the
obviously
jaw,
too,
Toronto to
I can't really
breathe.
think of any other matches that Cassius Ohno's really had that's been all that special.
Slowing down the blood circulation to the brain, slowing down his breathing.
All in floor.
Ooh, nice backstabber.
Goes for the press. And Ohno able to kick out at the count of 2, but just barely.
You all know the type of resolve that Cassius Ohno has. He's been in wars throughout his career. It's going to take a lot from Adam Cole to keep Cassius Ohno down.
You can never be or beat a guy like me. Cassius Ohno is a loser.
Ooh.
And my name is
Adam Cole, baby. Ooh.
All playing psychological warfare, not only with his opponent Ohno, but with the NXT universe.
Oh, no. No. Pulls him up. Nope. Oh, my gosh. Ohno could have knocked the guy out.
A thunderous right hand to the face of Adam Cole.
Cole might be out.
That's the kind of right hand that would make heavyweight boxing champions Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder smile.
But unfortunately for Ohno, doesn't seem to have enough left in his tank to follow up. Look at that. Cole's to his feet first.
Oh, nice knee to the face.
High knee.
Oh.
To Adam Cole, comes off the ropes. Axe bomber.
Oh, nice boot to the face.
Cassius Ohno bringing the fight to Adam
Nice
Cole.
slam.
Full scoop and a slam. Wow, and a running leg drop by Cassius Ohno. Shoulders are down with the cravat 2 count.
And Cole wishes he has some backup now.
A momentary pause from Ohno. Thought about his strategy, what to do next. Oh, another strike. That's why he's called the knockout artist. He's so dangerous.
Reversal on the Irish whip by Cole.
Oh, I do got to admit, though, he can, for Cassius Ohno being kind of like as fat as he is. Oh, cyclone click. No. But yeah, he can move. He is fairly agile, actually.
Hitting sustained offense from Cassius Ohno. We talked about
Cassius Ohno's fairly agile. You never really notice how agile he is.
The hard one. Absolutely. This is a huge match for Cassius Ohno. We talked before about him being unable to win the big matches. He has to win this, otherwise he drops back down.
All about momentum, all about opportunities. You're right, it's the
Ooh, went for a suplex.
Adam Cole. A win against a guy like
Ooh, he just knocked him out again.
Forearm smash. Get all you got.
Oh, look at those right hands.
And a flurry of forearms for Cole.
Oh, pump kick. Oh, what? Oh, suplex and one knee to the head. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out.
I gotta say, folks, I'm impressed with the fight and the retaliation of Adam Cole.
Suplexing is the neck breaker over the knee that still wasn't enough to put away Ohno.
He wasn't lying, Percy. He is as good as he says he is. Now he's creating some space, a little bit of separation, lying in wait. Take a look at his face. Cogs are turning. Something in store for the bigger Ohno.
He's gonna try to modify his technique, change it up.
Pull down off the knee there. The pad, here it comes.
Shining Wizard blocked by Ohno. Reverse.
Shining went to the Shining Wizard. What's this? Oh. Powerbomb. Oh. Chains him up on the top turnbuckle. Knocks him out again.
Oh no, full head of steam.
Oh,
Attention, elbow.
good tension.
Pull crashing to the outside.
Unfortunately for Ono, he can't be beaten on the outside, so he's got to get his opponent in. Quickly getting Cole back in the ring. Can he cover? Yes.
Cover. Oh no, roll. No. Oh, super kick. Another one.
Another one. And still Ono isn't fully down for the count.
And another one.
How is Ono still standing?
Oh, what was that?
Suplex into the neck breaker over the knee.
Oh, one knee to the back of the head.
Will it be
One.
the last shot it takes? It is.
That was actually a pretty good match. I would have been 3 1/4. That was pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
What an incredible, physically demanding.
And this gets it up. Well, what I liked about this was that the match was really good, and also this makes Adam Cole look strong because he was able to defeat Cassius Ohno by himself. He didn't need help from Fish or O'Reilly to get the victory. He got the victory by himself. I enjoyed that, so that gets enough.
A hard-fought victory for the mouthpiece for the Undisputed Era. Tonight belongs to Adam Cole.
Bam, Cole, baby. But yeah, that was actually a great episode of NXT. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I pretty enjoyed it. The only thing I really didn't care for was the women's match, but that's there's worse things in the world to get mad about. The match itself really wasn't bad or anything. I just don't really care about the Shayna Baszler stuff. But that's pretty much it, guys. All right, I got 2 more of these live reactions to do, so let's get them done. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.